Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you're watching the pre-market show. So, yesterday we had seen during the live stream that the US Fed announcement decision, the federal interest rate decision was out, and it was increased by 75 basis point instead of the 100 basis point, which was uh, detrimental for the market. So, that is there. So, let us open up the economic calendar and see once again about the interest rate hike. So, this is, you can see Fed interest rate decision, it came at 2.5 percentage. Expectation was 2.5 percentage. So that is a 75 basis point hike in line with expectation of the markets. And what was the impact? Obviously, we were seeing that the Dow Jones was shooting up like anything, and exactly that has happened in the market. Since things are in line with expectation, the US markets moved up significantly yesterday. You can see strong green candle formings on the daily chart, and let us open up the 15-minute chart and see the clear picture. And you can see that from 22nd July, that is last Friday, whatever the markets had fallen in the last couple of trading sessions, everything was recovered in one go in Nasdaq. It is up 4.26 percentage in just one session. Same with S&P 500. It broke the Friday's high and it ended 2.62 percentage in the green, so looking very, very positive. And Dow Jones, same thing, 1.37 percentage up. So again, Dow Jones is looking very strong. So overall, US markets are have ended in the green after the interest rate decision, which was in line with expectation. But now, if you see that the global futures, the US market futures are slightly negative because of the meta platforms, that is the Facebook. They came out with their results and it was not as expected. It was slightly lower than the expectation. So that is why after market hours trading in meta platforms, it is down close to 4.5 to 5 percentage in the negative. So that is why the Nasdaq futures is down 0.32 percentage, and the rest of the US futures are also slightly down. Dow Jones is down by 0.09 percentage, nothing significant, and the S&P 500 futures is down by 0.13 percentage. So this is the US market futures and how it is trading right now. Coming to the Asian markets, I can see all the Asian markets are trading in the green, and this is Hong Kong markets. It is trading 0.04 percentage positive, so it is almost flat is what we can say. You can see it opened around, yeah, over here with a gap up slightly, but then it was sold into. Then we see two positive candles, but then again it is getting sold into. So Hong Kong markets is consolidating is what we can see from the chart. Coming to the Japanese market, it is up 0.32 percentage, and over here we are seeing it open with a huge gap up, then it was sold into, and now again it is recovering. So Japanese market is up 0.32 percentage. Chinese market, let us look at that, and Chinese market is also up 0.46 percentage, and Korean markets is the best performer among the Asian markets. It is up almost 1 percentage. So this is how the Asian markets are looking right now. So things are looking bullish. US markets are bullish. So definitely SGX Nifty, we have to look at that, and it is indicating almost 100 points gap up. And also if you look at the high of SGX Nifty yesterday, it was 16,860. So if you consider Nifty, it closed at 16,641, and if the markets were likely to open at 16,860, that would be almost 220 points gap up. But since the US markets are trading slightly lower right now, the SGX Nifty has cooled off a little bit, but it's still showing a gap up of almost 100 points and above. So that is definitely good for the markets, and it is trading at 16,765 SGX Nifty. And if you look at the Nifty chart, you know that on Friday, that was 22nd of July, the markets hit a high of 16,750, and from there was a continuous downtrend, and this trend line was broken yesterday with a lot of strength, and the markets are moving up. So if the markets are opening at this level, that is 16,750, that was the high, so we can expect some profit booking, because people who had gone long around this area, meaning those who have bought around this area, they were already sitting in huge amount of profit, and also on top of that 100-point gap up. So people would like to book their positions, because we know up ahead we have very important resistances from 16,800 800 to 850 levels. So there is a chance that during the first half of the market hours, we can expect the markets to open with a gap up, and then that will be sold into, and then it can recover from the lower levels with a fresh round of buy around 16,680 levels. The market should take support around this, and then we can expect a new high to be formed today if the markets look bullish. But today we know it is the monthly expiry, so markets are likely to remain very, very volatile. India VIX is around 18, I think. Yes, let us see. India VIX is around, yes, 18.13, but today it should be, the VIX should lower because the Fed interest rate decision that is out. So US VIX yesterday crashed almost close to 6%. That is good to see. And definitely Indian markets, like I said, we have multiple supports right now because the way markets moved up yesterday. So 630, 16,630, 16,570, and then 16,500. These are the supports to be watched out for. And on the upside, we also have seen that on the call side, people have chosen the safe side and have sold calls at 16,900 yesterday. So anything above that is going to be dangerous. Markets will shoot up even more, but most likely we will not be reaching 16,900 levels, or even if we reach, we should not breach that level. So that is something to be kept in mind. So going above, we have resistances at 16,750. Markets are likely to open at this level, and then the 16,800 to 850 zone, 16,830 being the center of the area. So we have to watch out for that. Back Nifty was looking particularly bullish, and it recovered almost close to 500 points yesterday alone, and again it broke this trend line which we were seeing forming from Friday's high. So definitely we have to look at Bank Nifty. You can expect a gap up of around 36,800. So around this level you can expect the markets to open around 36,800 or 900 levels. From there, 37,000 is just at a striking distance, and market can likely to break 37,000, and if there is a closing above 37,000, then we can expect the markets to trade around those levels between 37,000 and 38,000, because 37,000, once it's broken with strength, it will act as a strong support. Right now we are seeing that the markets have just once touched 37,000 for a very for a few seconds, and then it came down. So we have to wait and see how today the market reacts. Like I said, there could be some profit booking once 37,000 is hit, and it could bring down the markets, but we are expecting a second round of selling which can take the markets even higher. That is the view for today. And overall markets indices, if we look at, we have seen yesterday all the sectors ending in the green. So Nifty Pharma was doing particularly well, so definitely keep an eye out for the pharmaceutical index. And also Nifty IT will be in focus because Nasdaq was up almost more than 4% yesterday. So definitely we have to see that how the IT stocks react over here. And overall stock related news, we have Tata Steel stock split which will be announced today. So it is already there. So it is a 10 to 1 split, which means Tata Steel shares were trading around 960 yesterday. Today you can expect the Tata Steel shares to trade around 96 rupees. So that is, it is going to be divided by 10. So for every one share you will get 10 shares of Tata Steel worth 96 rupees. So that is what Tata Steel is. That is the split happening. So don't panic if you see the stock prices falling drastically. Apart from that, we have the other things like L&T. So things which were looking positive, we can expect positive momentum today as well. And definitely let us wait and see how the markets are reacting. We have talked about the sectors, and crude oil prices and other things are, again, there's not much movement happening in crude oil prices. It is at 98.79, so below $100, and that has been the case for the last many days. Dollar index at 106.2. It is weakening. That means it is good for the equity markets, and USD INR is again absolutely same at 79.78. Coming to today's data that will be announced. So there is an important data which you can keep an eye out for. That is the US GDP growth rate. That expectation is a 0.5% positive growth rate in GDP. but last time it came at negative 1.6%. So we have to wait and see if it is in line with expectation of not or not, because again US markets can react slightly if this one comes at negative. So we have to wait for this. Again, the US Fed Chair Jerome Powell has said US market are not likely to get into recession. So that was a positive comment, but then we have to wait and see what the data shows us and react accordingly. Apart from that, there is not much other information. We have the German inflation data coming in after market hours. So right now we are seeing that these data, inflation related data, is not affecting the markets as much. Talking about announcements, result announcement, we have Bajaj Finserv and Dr. Reddy's Lab. Both are coming out with their quarterly results, and it is going to be coming during market hours. So keep an eye out on these two stocks. And Bajaj Finserv is likely to go for a bonus issue. So again, that is to be kept in focus. Okay, I think we have covered almost all the points, expecting a gap up and then slight profit booking in the markets, and then the markets can likely to go up. But it's a monthly expiry. Definitely people will be exiting a lot of positions, taking positions for the next expiry. A lot of rollovers will be happening. So markets are likely to remain volatile. Trade cautiously, and we will meet for the post-market show, and where we will discuss the US GDP rate and other things that has happened in the market. So that is all for now. Thank you for watching.